Us, yes, let's go, champ. Us. Hands up. Come on, hands up. Us.
1, 2, or 3 cards. Your job. Take the top 3 cards. Everyone take the top 1, 2, 3 cards. Take the top 3.
Conor Khabib rematch. Where are we with that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people want to see that fight. We got to see how this thing, obviously, again, we still haven't gone before the Nevada State Athletic Commission.
Yeah.
That's got to happen. And when that does, we can figure out how this whole thing plays out. Is Max moving to 55? Tony Ferguson, obviously, in the mix.
Yeah.
So we got to see how this thing plays out.
Do you think it happens in 2019?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I do. Obviously, guys are going to have to win. Depends on how long the suspensions are and things like that. But yeah, I mean, as long as everything goes right, this fight should happen.
So you continue to say you're going to retire in March? Honestly, how can you walk away from not doing that fight a third time? It has to happen.
For you, it has to happen. For me, not so much, but if it does, it does. You know, I'm not chasing this guy anymore. You know, I'm not going to allow my career to hinge on the actions of a guy that I fought twice and lost. But every time I've lost, there's been some issues in regards to the fight. So I know what I've done. I know where I stand in the history of this sport, and I'm okay with whatever happens going into the next year. I was very steadfast in the fact that I was going to be done in March. I was lined up to fight March 2nd, and that would be the farewell fight. I've got some injuries right now that I've been dealing with, and I don't know if that's going to be the reason I may have to push things back, but we'll see. You know, I'm very open to everything right now. I've always imposed this deadline on myself. Nobody's walking me out the door. You know, I became the heavyweight champ 6 months ago, so obviously I'm not slowing down. But I know that there are some other things in my life that I want to do.
You know, you said Daniel Cormier, if you were him, you wouldn't give John Jones another shot. And I agree with that. But in Khabib's universe, what would have to happen for him to give Conor another shot? Because really, he's got money now. He doesn't need money, right?
Listen, Khabib is his own boss now. Whatever Khabib wants to, I'm gonna do. You know, my job is, and people are gonna be like, Tony, this. My job is to give Khabib the best payday. He deserves payday. Remember, he's supposed to fight Eddie in Madison Square Garden. They put Conor instead of him, right? And you have to fight 2 times, right? What I really wanted, I think. You know,
no, not Floyd.
Listen. If you're my client, and if I can make you $100 million, what do you want to do? Fight somebody gonna make $3 million, or fight somebody make $100 million? It's about money.
$100 million.
These guys have a short career. They work all their life to get to the top of the mountain to make money. If Khabib wants to come back, he has to come back to a fight and make him the most money. Because you're really 27-0, 12-0 in the UFC, have one of the best runs in MMA history. Nobody have his run. How he can settle. Why Conor didn't fight Tony when he was the champ? Because he know Tony cannot move the needles, right? Why you asking these guys to do that? But now I'm here. I just beat the guy. You ask me to fight this guy. You know, listen.
I don't mind.
Listen to me. I want to say this clear. Tony Ferguson is an unbelievable fighter. But I'm telling you, he's one of the easiest fights for Khabib in the top 5. He's sloppy. He's slow. Khabib will beat him. He will put a beating on him. A worse beating on him maybe than Conor did. Because Tony accept the guard. He want to lay on his back. He want to relax. And that's the wrong guy to do this with. The fight will happen. But when it will happen, I don't know. But I want to see it.
I want it to happen in April.
You vanquished Brian Ortega. Afterwards, Dana White continues to say he wants to see you fight at 155. I heard a rumor, Max, that they were thinking about you versus Tony Ferguson at one point, that was being discussed. Is that true? And does that mean your next fight's at 155?
I heard that rumor too. You know, I don't know who's starting rumors. God, Ariel, you starting rumors? You're a punk. But I'm just joking. I heard that rumor too. I was getting texted. I got texted today actually by someone saying that I was fighting Tony. I was like, oh, congratulations. I didn't hear nothing. But I don't know. We see what happens. You know, like I said, I'm a king, and once a king leaves his throne, then people come and invade the village, and I don't want my village to be invaded. You know, if it's at 45, it's at 45. You know, there's a lot of interesting matchups for me at 55. You know, I got the top 3 guys there. You know, we're trying to figure it out, and we see. You know, I'm enjoying the holidays. It's happy. It's New Year here. It's not even New Year's here yet, so I'm gonna kick back, relax, and wait till they give me a call.
Anyway, the fight took place, 3 3-minute rounds, exhibition bouts. Floyd Mayweather got paid $9 million, easy money. Tenshin is a very, very small fighter, but I didn't realize how small he was until I saw them in the ring. But now, of course, Floyd Mayweather got the knockout, knocked him down 3 times in 1 round. I believe that's a technical knockout or a technical stoppage. Referee called off the fight. I think it looked all right, but everybody's been out there. Brendan Shaw, Robin Black, tons of people calling it a robbery, calling it a performance fix. Pardon me, that's the word I was looking for. Listen, is it crazy to think that there was possibly a fix in a boxing fight? No, it's not. It's not crazy. Is it also crazy to think that Floyd Mayweather got paid a lot of money just to go out there and get some eyeballs on Rising? No, it's not crazy, you know. But the thing that made me think that it wasn't a fix was Tenshin was bawling his eyes out. He was very upset after the fight. He was crying, okay? And if you're going to throw a fix, then you're not going to cry after it, or is he just adding that on for effect? He's just like really selling the bout. I only know about this because I drink coffee in my bed in the morning after I scroll through Twitter and I saw it on Twitter. There you go. So I don't really care. You know what I mean? He made $9 million. Good for him. I'm sure Tenshin made some money as well. Fix, no fix. Who gives a It's a demonstration bout. It wasn't an official fight. So, but still, fun.
Good on Floyd, man. Because one of the reasons that makes Floyd so polarizing is things like this, I guess. You know, and what also why he's the richest fighter of all time is because he's, to me, the smartest businessman of all time to ever compete in combat sports. But then, you know, when you decide to fight this young Japanese feller in Japan for the big New Year's card, Ryzen 14. So when you decide to do this and get just a cool $9 million to basically put on Expendables 14 in front of the Japanese crowd. I mean, because this thing, you know, I Instagram this out. I mean, I've seen better acting in pornos, man. And Floyd's just doing his thing, you know? Like, Floyd's, you know, he's the aggressor, so it's not as hard to fake it. But our boy Tenshin needs some acting skills. They should have got him someone out here in Hollywood just to work with him on falling down and, like, when you get hit in the face. And then also, tell you what, man, I'm not even going to hate on this. Of course this is fake. Who cares? But of course, if any of you guys thought this was real, come on, man. I have some dick pills to sell you that make you test hot for a UFC fight. Come on. You believe that bullshit too? Let's say this is real, which it's definitely not, but I'll entertain that for a hot second here. How good does this make Conor McGregor look? He didn't get outclassed like that. He didn't get just fucking starched like that. That kid had no business being in that ring.
Cyborg was very aggressive right off the bat. I don't think she respected Amanda Nunes enough, and I don't think she realized that she was going against a faster fighter in Amanda Nunes. And once Nunes landed that heavy leg kick and that 1-2, man, the fight completely switched into her favor. And Cyborg, to her credit, kept pressing forward. It was almost like she got too emotional in that fight and kind of reverted back to the old Cyborg that we recognized in Invicta and in her early UFC fights, where she would just overwhelm you with aggression. You can't do that against a technical, fast fighter like Amanda Nunes. My goodness, she stole the show. Period. And I got to agree with you as regards to the strength of schedule. And for me, when I was making my decision, it was based on 2 things. First of all, the speed of Amanda Nunes, the overall skill, but also her strength of schedule. I mean, look at who she's beaten. Miesha Tate, she did it in round 1. Ronda Rousey, she beat Shevchenko twice. I mean, the schedule that she had was way more difficult than Cyborg. First of all, a lot of those women just weren't highly skilled that Cyborg beat. Now, that doesn't mean Cyborg isn't a great fighter, but she just didn't see enough. She didn't see as much as Amanda Nunes had in the UFC's octagon. So, to me, that was a telling thing, and Nunes ended up pulling through and became the greatest female fighter we had ever seen inside the octagon.